Good day everybody and welcome back to another Amazon PPC newsflash. In today's headlines we have yet another acquisition just a couple of weeks after Helium 10 bought Prestazon. We now also have Teikametrics acquiring Adjustico. Now if you're like me, probably you hadn't heard of Adjustico just yet. They are just a tool starting out, but apparently they do have a great bunch of features and data sets in general, market data, competitor data, all that stuff, right? So they are currently actually only in a closed beta, which is why probably not many of us had heard of them before, but apparently they did enough to convince Teikametrics, and it is an exciting step for them for sure, as they will be able to make use of all that marketplace data and competitor data. And that actually brings me to an exciting little spoiler for the next big overview video in 2021, where I will be adding various new features into this sheet, right? All or most of which that have come from your feedback. So thanks a lot again to those guys who reached out to me. And one of those things will indeed also be automation considering competition data. So that might be your competitors' pricing changing, or they might only suddenly offer fulfillment by merchant. Maybe their FBA offering went out of stock, and so now your main competitor is only offering FBM, and that's when you might want to increase your bids, obviously, right? Especially if you're targeting that ASIN, that competitor's product with product targeting, right? That might be a smart move as well. You might also want to look at rating changes of your competitors, stock levels, or a number of ads. There's so many things that could be considered, and so many things that a machine learning tool would be able to analyze and automate so much better than any human could ever optimize their ads with, right? So a lot of exciting potential there with that acquisition from Teikametrics. And I have heard of other tools also working on similar things, considering various competitor data. So that will be yet another exciting thing to come in that video. We'll see who has all of that stuff. And over here, there will basically be probably around 5-6 new columns in this automation based on external data, right? So a lot of things that can still be improved for those tools over there. And if you want to have a look at the other stuff right here for those tool providers especially, right, here are a couple of things that will also very likely be added to the sheet that I will also send to you guys individually again, just like last time, and you will be able to see what you've got and what you have not. And while we're at spoilers, why don't I just let you know of my next big project, which is kind of related to PPC. It's not going to be my focus, but I am also working on a profit overview for those tools, right? So you will be able to influence that heavily. Again, watch out for a LinkedIn post of mine coming up shortly, where I will be asking for the features that you are looking for in a profit analytics tool. And obviously from a PPC guy perspective, I am also considering a lot of things like looking at PPC versus organic, and things like, combining that profit data with PPC data, perhaps looking at PPC conversion rates and see how it affects other things and things like that. So there's a lot to do there as well. And I'm going to make a little LinkedIn post about that, and looking forward to your feature suggestions that I will then, maybe a month later on or so, be going to those tool providers again and asking them to tell me if they have those things or not, and then I'll be looking at those things in more detail and see how good they are actually offering it. So yeah, that's another reason for you to stick around in this channel. I hope this is going to be very useful for you as well. And that's already it for this Amazon PPC newsflash. Congrats again to Teikametrics for their acquisition, and of course congrats to Adjustico as well. I wish you all a great rest of the day. Have a good one, and goodbye.